It is a political witch hunt, and everyone knows it. By participating in this lawsuit, it would only serve to legitimize this perversion of our legal system. So I won't be taking part.
MAGA Republicans have a humiliation kink. I mean, they must, because I don't know how else to explain this sad and frankly humiliating video that Kari Lake put out where she attempts to justify essentially conceding defeat in a defamation suit brought against her by Maricopa County Recorder Stephen Richer, which honestly makes this clip so much funnier.
Now they're going after me and suing me for defamation for talking about the elections. These people are so evil. And I just want them to know, if they're listening, and I'm sure they are, there's not a damn thing you can do to me to make me stop fighting this, because the truth is on our side. We won the election. We won it.
Aged like moldy cheese. So, for additional context and further confirmation of this kink, Kari Lake, who previously ran for governor of Arizona and lost, then decided to make gaslight gatekeep girl boss her entire personality by just lying out her ass.
We had a fraudulent election, a corrupt election, and we have an illegitimate president sitting in the White House. The fake news wants us to think that that guy got 81 million votes. Okay, alrighty. I am going to not only be the governor of Arizona for 4 years, I'm going to do 2 terms. I'm going to be your worst freaking nightmare.
Yeah, not a single one of those things is true, but you got close, Kari. You did actually end up being somebody's worst nightmare. Yourself. Lake lied about the 2020 elections, the 2022 elections, Trump's election, her election. Hell, she'd probably even tell you that John Wilkes Booth beat out Lincoln in the 1860 election. But she also specifically lied about Maricopa County Recorder Stephen Richer, who's a Republican, by the way, but just not enough of a MAGA-maniac to jeopardize the integrity of an election just to soothe Kari Lake's brittle little ego. So, Crazy Kari went on a tirade, spreading lies about him, defaming him, and what do you know, if it isn't the consequences of her own actions, he sued her. Because not only were those lies defamatory, they put his life at risk.
So in recent months, we've had 2 people arrested for threats to me. I get on a daily basis messages about why I should be in Gitmo, why I should be in jail.
They put his family's lives at risk, which makes sense because she's riling up fellow election deniers. And I don't know about you, but when I think of election deniers, I don't picture the most peaceful of people.
5 to 50 be advised, Cal Police 1 advised they're trying to breach and get into the Capitol.
Case in point. So now the case is in court, and Kari Lake's lawyers have essentially said, yeah, you know what, we're not gonna defend ourselves here. Let's just skip that whole part where we try to prove our client's innocence, which is superb lawyering. I mean, she must have picked these lawyers up right as they were leaving one of Trump's cases. It's genuinely hilarious how Lake's actions were literally so indefensible that her lawyer said, cool, just tell us how much she owes. What are the damages she has to pay for the defamation she definitely did to Stephen Richer? And to a normal person, that seems like a massive L, right?
You get nothing. You lose.
Well, not to Crazy Kari. No. We're about to witness her contort herself more than a balloon animal. She's about to confuse you more than the ending of Inception. Before I show you this video of her just blowing smoke out of her blowhole of a mouth, Stephen Richer actually responded to the video saying, complete and total surrender by Kari Lake. Kari, you lied. You just accepted liability. You will now have a judgment entered in court against you for lying about our elections and me. It was all BS, now on to damages. Solid response, succinct, to the point, makes sense. None of which are things that we can say for Kari's take on why conceding here, essentially admitting defeat, was actually a win. Take a look.
Hey, Arizona. When I first stepped into the political arena as a concerned mom and citizen politician, I could have never imagined how corrupt politics would be. Well, let me tell you, it is rotten to the core. The political elite will do anything to hold on to power and stop outsiders like me who they can't control.
Well, if it ain't the pot calling the kettle black. Oh, politics is rotten to the core. The political elite will do anything to hold on to power. Yeah, you mean like lying? That's what you did, Kari. You're the rot. You are the swamp. Sorry, okay, that's not entirely true. She didn't lie to hold on to power because she never had power in the first place. But I digress.
Washington, D.C. operates on blackmail and bribes. Since they can't blackmail or bribe me, they've resorted to filing a punishing lawsuit to try to stop me and bleed me dry. It's called lawfare, weaponizing the legal system to punish, impoverish, and destroy political opponents.
Yeah, they're weaponizing the legal system by using the legal system. Wait, what? Girl, nobody is trying to impoverish you. Your lawyers are the ones saying, shut up and take my money. So I gotta say, her verbiage here sounds so familiar. It really reminds me of someone, but I just can't put my finger on who.
We've all seen how they're doing it to President Trump.
Oh, yep, there it is.
And here in Arizona, they're doing the exact same thing to me. They know that they can't beat either of us fair and square, so they hit us with lawsuits to keep us tied up and off the campaign trail.
Woe is me, I'm the victim here. They're trying to destroy me, just like I destroyed his reputation by defaming him.
I did everything right and they indicted me.
Because I've had the courage to speak out about our need for honest elections that all voters can have faith in, where every legal vote counts.
Listen, Kari, I hate to break it to you, but an election like that would be devastating for you because it already happened and you lost. It genuinely baffles me the mental gymnastics these MAGA Republicans go through to convince themselves that they're the ones being cheated, despite them literally being charged with cheating. I swear to God, it's like they live in bizarro world where everything is backwards because it's literally the only way it makes any sense.
Because I've told you the truth about how our elections are being run. Elected government officials are punishing me with a frivolous lawsuit, and they're threatening to take everything I own. What they don't realize is, even if they leave me, my husband, and children homeless and penniless, that won't stop us. We will continue to fight for Arizona.
Yeah, I won't stop fighting for Arizona even if my lawyers leave me and my family homeless. Make it make sense. I mean, Kari, you're conceding defeat. You're not even defending yourself. How is this anyone's fault other than your own, Kari? Besides, even if this lawsuit does end up costing you everything you own, you should be happy about that because it would be such a great opportunity to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You guys love that kind of thing.
Behind this ridiculous lawsuit are a dozen East Coast lawyers funded by special interests who have rolled into Arizona to interfere in my campaign for U.S. Senate. It is a political witch hunt, and everyone knows it. By participating in this lawsuit, it would only serve to legitimize this perversion of our legal system and allow bad actors to interfere in our upcoming election. So I won't be taking part.
Oh, okay. You're not participating because you don't want to legitimize the lawsuit, right? Because that power lies with you, not the East Coast lawyers or the judge or your own lawyers or the fact that there is a lawsuit to begin with. None of that legitimizes it. It's your willingness to defend yourself in it that would make the whole thing legit. God, my brain hurts. Kari, I have a wonderful idea for you using your very own logic here. If you don't want to legitimize this lawsuit by participating in it, then why don't you keep that same energy for the election? Stop running for the Senate. Stop running for any position for that matter. If our elections are a sham, then your participation is just legitimizing that fraudulent system. So by your own logic, the best thing you can do for our elections, for Arizona, for America, is to just shut up and stay home.
Let's make Arizona and America great. Thank you, and may God bless you.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date as Really American brings you all the news you need to know in this very important year. For Really American, I'm Kenny Hesse.